On today's installation video, we will be showing you how to install a RaceChip on a B9 Audi S4. Before installing the RaceChip, please wait until your engine is cool enough to work on. Put your parking brake or emergency brake on. If your vehicle is equipped with an alarm system, please disable it. Pop the hood, roll up the windows, close the doors, and press the lock button on your key fob and move that key fob 30 feet away. You're going to wait about 10 minutes after for all the electricity to clear from underneath the hood. For this application, we'll be connecting A to the boost pressure sensor right here, and the B connection will go to the manifold pressure sensor right here. First up on the install is to remove the sensor plug on the OEM boost pressure sensor. To do so, we're going to pull back on the gray locking tab and press down and gently pull back. Make sure you pull on the sensor itself, not on the wires. We don't want to pull the wires out of the sensor. Then we'll take the OEM male connection and put it onto the RaceChip female connection. It's very important that we install it onto the smooth side of the plug, not the side with the mounting tab. So just like this, press on until it locks, and then push the gray locking tab until it locks into place. Then we'll take the male end of the RaceChip harness and insert it into the OEM sensor itself. And then we're going to press the locking gray tab until it locks in place. Then we'll do the B connection to the manifold pressure sensor. Same thing as the A, pull back on the gray locking tab, press down gently, take the OEM male side into the RaceChip female side until it clicks, then lock it in place. And then take the RaceChip male end and plug it right into the OEM sensor and lock it in place. Next on the installation is to put the 4 locking tabs into place. The nice thing about our locking tabs is it allows you to mount the zip ties either horizontally or vertically. And if you ever need to remove the RaceChip for any warranty or service work, you can easily remove the tabs by pressing the 4 corners and leave the zip ties in place. Now we're going to remove the deactivation plug. Be sure to hang on to the deactivation plug. If you ever need to put the car back to stock or remove the RaceChip, you can place the deactivation plug in the place of the RaceChip. I would suggest leaving this in your glove box or center console. So with the deactivation plug removed, we'll now insert the RaceChip directly into the FCI plug, lock it into place. Now it's really important the first time we install the RaceChip, if you have the GTS Black, you get no LED screen light up, or if you have the RS or S, there's no green LED that illuminates the first time we install the unit. We don't want any power to the device the very first time we install the RaceChip. Using the 2 longer supplied zip ties, we're going to mount the RaceChip in place. It's really important when you mount the RaceChip to stay away from any hot or moving parts. And if you're going to zip tie onto any electrical lines like we are here, that you don't zip tie too tight. You don't want to pinch off any fluids or the electrical cables within the lines. So we're going to take the RaceChip here with the vertically mounted, longer of the 2 zip ties, and we're going to go right here onto the ECU cables. Generally, anywhere near the stock ECU or battery is a good place, as they'll be away from any of the hot or moving parts, as well as any moisture. And then simply tighten it into place. Again, we don't want to go too tight here to pinch off any of the electrical lines within the cable. With the RaceChip securely mounted in place, one of the last steps here on the installation is to route the rest of the wiring harness. Again, same thing as the RaceChip, away from any hot or moving parts. And we don't want to zip tie too tight to pinch off any electrical lines. So just find a good spot here to go ahead and zip tie the harness out of the way. Last step on the installation here is to cut the excess ends off the zip ties to give it a nice OEM look. Start in the default setting of the RaceChip for the first time you test drive the car. If everything works great, you can then move the RaceChip to the next level up. Be aware that the car needs some time to adapt before releasing the full performance upgrade. Now, get out, drive, and enjoy your RaceChip.